Oh no, my fuel bladder's broken. Good morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been up for about an hour-ish. Had breakfast, packed my sleeping equipment away. So I'm going to try and fix this. Also, I noticed last night when I had to pull it off, but this here was leaking just here. It looks like the little end connector to the dome section here has actually snapped off, so it just spins, meaning that it drops oil onto my tyre. So I kind of unhooked it and hooked it around here in a fashion to stop it from leaking there and kind of stop it from leaking at all. It's leaked a bit here overnight, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove the lube tube completely. So I'm going to drain the oil into a bottle, this one, because it's the only one I've got, and that way I've got the oil and I can just run the normal Scott oiler and just keep an eye on it, and when it runs low I'll just top it up from the bottle. So we'll just see what we can do with this. I've left this open all night to air, so hopefully it's vented enough. Yeah, I don't know if I'll have any other like issues. I'll find them out. So Paraboo do or whatever it is. That's 160 kilometers. Tom Price is 177 from here. Apparently, I've done up 260 k's, 65 k's. So the fuel light's not on, so the question will be, when my fuel light comes on, that means I should have about 100 kilometers left. So the question is, how many litres did I have in that fuel bladder? If it was over 3, I should be okay-ish. The total distance is going to be about 440, 430 odd. So we'll just have to see when the fuel light comes on, and then hope to God that that's just enough to get me to Tom Price. Luckily, Tom Price or this other place. Luckily, as I go along, depending on when the fuel light comes on, depends on where I can pull in. But basically, the other place is a longer route for the complete route. Like I have to come down and then back up again, as opposed to Tom Price. It's kind of like more direct on route. However, there's a 17 kilometre difference, and when you've got very little fuel, that's enough. You know, I'd rather keep the 17 kilometres, or I might need it. So yeah, flies, hay fever still giving me the shit, but I'm gonna crack on with this before it gets too hot, because it's already like 23, which is nice and comfortable. But by the time I pack the tent down, put everything in the panniers and get going, it could be a bit warmer. So we'll just get on with this, I think. I'll leave that to drip, I think, while I do the rest of it. It's going to stay like that. I might just put a bit of duct tape over that just to stop the dust getting in there, and then we'll just have to swap. That'll be alright. Right, leave that. I can swap that to a breather hose later. So, job 1 done. Such a small hole. If I can seal it, I'll be very, 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 very happy. But we'll see what we can do. I'm hoping I can just shove that in there. Where's the jet? Let it melt first. Okay, so it is melting it, which is good. I'm just going to stick it in there quickly. Right, I think that's the best I'm going to get it. Doesn't look pretty. Let's see if I can show you without burning. It doesn't look pretty, but it, no. I did kind of stick it right in to here and then sort of squished it about and squashed it quickly. I'm hoping that's got some of the rubber in here and or whatever it is. It's almost like Wellington boot rubber, or like that sort of material. Anyway, I'll let it cool down while I pack my tent away, and then I think we'll get on the bike and go. So 2 little bush fixes this morning. Who knows whether that's worked, but it's the only chance I got. I just put some air in it, like this, and did this up nice and tight, and then I kind of put my weight on it, and it, even with my whole body weight on the air, there's nothing coming out. Now it's not, I say it's not the best, but I think it will hold fuel again. I just need to make sure that there's plenty, well, 2 things. One, when I fill it up, I don't fill it up all the way. And secondly, when I do, I need to compress it to get the air out of it and then screw it up. So it's got this room, and then if it does expand at that point, you know that you can just put it on the floor, undo the lid, release the pressure, do it back up again, and just keep an eye on it. I don't know, it's the first time I've used one of those bladders for fuel, so yeah, we'll see whether it's a costly mistake or not. Right, pack up and get on with it.
Come on. They're not helping my fuel economy, all these cows. Don't do anything stupid. Yeah, like that. You were perfectly safe on the left. Now I've got a congregation to... If you go slowly, you get all the congregation that vibrates. So if you want to go fast, like 80, 100, you're all good. And then you get numpties like this. Get out of the way. I need to go fast. There we go, look. It's nice and smooth now. You have to crack on to skim over it. And literally the last sort of couple of kilometres, or maybe 10, 20, it's just been like every kilometre, every couple of k's, it's slow down, cows, slow down, cows. Over a crest of a hill, 50 cows. I'm 290 on the fuel, so I've worked out that if it comes on at around 320, I should be okay. So, yeah. Ooh. Bit of a bounce. So you go over the crest of this hill, and then do I meet cows? No. Do I meet cows over this crest? No. Good. I just want to get the fuel, then I'll be happy. I'm already relatively happy in the sense that I've potentially solved the 2 issues that I had, you know. This is rough. This is rough. This is going to break more shit. Potentially. Depends how good my suspension is. I feel like it's doing a good job. See the bike just moving around. It's definitely, I'm really pleased I've done this track. It's well, it's not a track, is it? It's an actual road, but I'm pleased I've done it. It's been really good fun, and it's been really good practice, getting me used to the dirt, back in the swing of it. I'm now far more relaxed and, you know, far more... Before I was just a little tense when I saw sand and saw stuff, and now I'm a bit more confident. Just kind of hit it. Who knows? Below 100. It's very easy to, when it gets rough, just to pull the throttle back and pin it through it. It doesn't help me. I need to think frugal thoughts. I always remember Top Gear. I think they were doing a race on fuel economy, and it was Richard Hammond going, just frugal, just sip the fuel. That's what's going through my head at the moment. Like, just only take what you need. Don't and then no more. Just have a little taste, wet your lips. That's about it. Well, this is excellent news. I've done 342 k's. This section of road just now was pretty soft and rocky, and some sections of sand. But this is the main road-ish. So it says 84 kilometres. Yep, my sat nav is correct. Oh, tarmac. Oh, it's actually quite nice. 84 kilometres and my fuel light's not on. So what I think I'm going to do is, I'll make the call when I actually get the turn off between Tom Price and, was it Paradu? Oh, I don't know. I can't tell you how happy I am to have just decided to stop at that. Cars. I haven't seen them in a while. Decided to stop at that junction just to double check my route and not just be like, oh yeah, there's the sign, bowl round the corner and cruise on, because I would have completely run out of fuel and then I wouldn't have made this far. It's so good to have a bike where you kind of know it and you know roughly what it can do and fuel economy wise. So my fuel light has just come on at 368 kilometres. Now I pulled over last night at 265 and I saved the fuel at 150. So I have to work it out, but I should be able to work out now how many litres was in the bladder. I'm so glad that I saved that fuel, and I'm so glad that it's made it. And it's as soon as I got to about 3:20, 3:30 this morning, I just had like a bit of a smile on my face. I was like, well, I'm out of the shit. I'm basically going to make it now. It'll be, I was going to make it on reserve, but I should make it into town. Okay, Parabarudu, that way. Tom Price is also that way, but you have to go, to get to Tom Price on the bitumen, tarmac, whatever you call it, you've got to go, supposedly you've got to go to Parabarudu and then up and round. However, we don't like doing that. We like dirt. So, we hit this dirt road, and we can take the nameless valley road that drops into Tom Price, which is the route I was going to take and wanted to take, and this is 68 kilometres until the fuel station. So, yeah, I don't know, I've only done 9 k's into the red. I worked out as well, so what I did is I took the 368 kilometres, I took away 250 k's, because that's when my fuel light normally comes on, which left me with about 118 kilometres or something like that. I then divided that by 25, which is like sort of how many k's per litre I normally use-ish, and that gave me 4.72. So I'm guessing I had just about half of that bladder. So yeah, I had about 4-5 litres or so, which, yes, couldn't have done it without it. Glad I had the fuel. Done. 70 k's into the red. Picture for Facebook. Fuel. Glorious fuel. Place your bets now. I'm going with, it's a 14 litre tank, but I reckon I'll get about 14. You there? Yes, brimmed. Right. Fuel to the top, 1385. Okay. Didn't quite get it. Yeah. Alright. Sweet. Let's go pay for it, get some water, chill out, and all that crap.
So rather than having my Scott oil in this bottle, I found a diddy little bottle of Coke. So I drank the Coke and then I've put it in there. It's been contaminated with a bit of water and a bit of Coke, but it's only chain lube. It's not going to be the end of the world. Anyway, sorted.
So, petrol station was just over there. I chilled out. I've spent probably an hour. I had some signal here, so did a little Facebook update and read some of my family's messages and responded to them, tell them I'm not dead. And then I saw this. A proper dump truck and everything. That tipper bit at the back, I believe, looks smaller than the one that was up at the super pit. I might be wrong, but it just looks smaller. But my bike, it could almost roll over my bike. I wouldn't notice it. Yeah. My bike doesn't even come up to the axle. The axles. So it's a big one. Let me just see if I can ride around it and get a bit of a look-see. It's definitely warming up. My route takes me through Carragini National Park, which I've been before, so I may pop in, may not. Yes, large. Very large. It's cool. The fuel saga is over. We're all good. We've sorted it. We're fine. We've made it. We've not died. I've not hit kangaroos. I've not hit... I forgot to put emus on my post. I was mentioning some of the animals that I'd seen and had to deal with on the road, and I forgot to put emus. Rather fair. That fly or something has hit maybe my visor or the peak and just exploded over my face. I'll get clipped. Oh, something just exploded over my face. Oh. What's this? Stop. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Oh, slow. Stop. Slow. You're making your mind up. He was having a go with them. So stop slow. Stop slow. No, stop. Actually slow. Just go slow. Stop. It's a nice little gorge I'm riding through here. I believe I'm still in sort of Carragini National Park, although I'm kind of on the outskirts of it, but yeah. Beautiful bit of scenery. The road's average, but yeah, it's very nice. So I'm going to stop short today. I'm not going to try and do any big kilometres, I don't think. I'm really desperate for I'm going to stop, and then I have a break for like half an hour, and then I'm like, I just keep going, it'll be alright. I'll probably get to this campsite and be like, should I just push on to another one? Maybe. So I'm going to judge it. I might not, actually. I might just, if the campsite's good, I might just going to sit. It's a free camp spot. It's got some toilets, and I think it's got some shade, so I can pitch my tent and relax. Yeah. Which way do I want? Port Headland. Oh, this is fun. I've got a fly in my helmet or something. That's horrendous. Get out. Ugh. It was the slowest petrol station in the world. You had to queue up, drop off your driving licence or card, tell them what pump you wanted, go out, fill up, come back, queue up again, and then pay for it. And there were people buying food and just generally mucking around, and I was like, oh, come on, just... I don't know how long it takes to sort that out. It's ridiculous. Here's a road train coming up. Bloody huge. You'd know about it if you were overtaking one of those. Take for ages. Okay, he's obviously cruising at very slow speed. Yeah, we could do that as well. The size of it. We good to go? Yeah. 1 trailer, 2 trailer, 3 trailer, 4 trailer, and then the unit. Big old road train, that. I think that's about as big as they get in Australia. I could be wrong, but I think that's about the length of them. Right, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to concentrate on this wind. It's literally smashing me from the left-hand side.
I've got to this campsite. It's about 3:30. It's also 40 degrees. But you can see on the floor, there's lots of like tissue paper where people haven't, I don't know, how hard is it to bury it, you know? And there's a toilet right over there. The other reason I'm not staying here is because it's horrendously windy. It's completely open and there's nowhere for me to really pitch my tent other than just about there on a quite rocky hard ground. But it's the wind that's really bothering me, and the fact that there's going to be little to no shade. As soon as the sun goes down, even like, I don't know, half an hour, I'm going to lose this shade that I'm stood in. So I've made a decision, changed the route slightly. I'm going to cut across to Marble Bar rather than going up to Port Headland. And there's 3 or 4 campsites along that road, one of which is only 68 kilometres away, so it is another hour or so. But it's in a creek, so hopefully it will be a nicer spot and better for me. I might as well do an extra hour and get a nice camp spot than stay in this little crappy place. It's just going to basically be a battle all night rather than just being a battle for an hour. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so new camp spot. Still a bit windy, however, it's a good little track off the road. So I'm not on the road or close to it. And it's all kind of like sandy, which is a lot softer. And there's far more chance of me getting tent pegs in, which means even if it is windy, I can peg the tent down and put the sort of top over it and, yeah, secure it down and basically get myself out of the wind. There's not a lot of shade around here, but I don't think... I'm going to have a little walk around and see if there's a better spot than right here. There are some shady spots, it's just whether or not the shady spots also have a good spot and level ground for the tent. So I'll have a little look around, but this is yeah, I'm happier. It's a little less windy, and even if it does get windier, there's a bit more shelter going on. There's some bushes and things around, but once I lie down in the tent, I'll be kind of the tent, you know, the base of the tent will be out the wind. So yeah, all good. So I went from there to here. There's a bit of shade from the tree behind me, from there, and then I've used the bike as a bit of wind protection, and then I've put my tent half up, so the inner is up, so I'm out the flies, but this will keep the dust and the wind out of my out of me while I'm relaxing in there until it gets dark. And I probably will just leave it like that, to be honest, let myself breathe. And if it's hot tonight, last night I didn't sleep with the top on at all, but I just want to be able to get out of the wind. So I do like the way this tent, I can do this. It's really, really useful.